the last video, we talked about you finding your version of great and how no matter what your version of great is, you have to learn the fundamentals. This gives you an even playing field. Everyone has to start at the beginning, but you have to get the fundamentals down and then start attacking what area of guitar playing you actually want to do. We talked about muscle memory and how important it is. And I shared with you how I would sit and watch television with the sound kind of turned low. I'd kind of half watch a show and would just have a guitar in my hand. In order to get the fundamentals down, you must have a guitar in your hands. You're not going to get this from osmosis from just watching me or reading something or watching anyone else. You have to actually do it, right? Just like with anything. So muscle memory is so important. Don't discount the simple things, the seemingly simple things like that I know that I can go to this G. I don't have to look and make sure I'm strumming the right strings. I can go back down to the D and I know I'm going to hit on that fourth string. A, I'm going to go to the fifth, right? We're going to do a fun little exercise that's not that difficult, and it'll be something that you can do while you're sitting there. I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm going to practice. You know, I want this to be so simple that you'll sit and do it while maybe the TV's on or while, you know, people are just sitting around a room or something and you're just kind of piddling. It's those piddling moments that magic will happen, but it also, you're actually practicing, but you don't have to do like a formal practice, right? And I'm going to do some pivot fingerings so you don't have to really think about your left hand. These chords are pretty easy to make, and that way we can just focus on the right hand. And of course, I'm going to show you from your point of view. I've showed you these chords in previous videos, but just in case you haven't seen them, we're going to go over 3 chords, okay? And I'm going to use a pivot fingering, so your ring finger is going to stay constant, always. And that way, these are not the full chords, but this way, you can just do one finger adds. I don't want you to think too much about what's going on with the left hand, okay? The first one is a D sus2, okay? You can look at the chord diagram there. Your third finger is going to stay on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, always, okay? That's your constant. That's going to be your pivot. Then you take your first finger, your index finger, on the 2nd fret, 1, 2, 3. You're going to fret that, okay? You're going to strum from the 4th string down. We count our strings 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 4th string down. That's a D sus2, okay? Then we're going to play a pivot variation of a G chord. All you're going to do, you're going to lift off with your index finger. You're going to take your middle finger and go to the 3rd fret, 6th string, okay? Your pivot finger stays, your ring finger stays there. So you're just going to lift off and add that. One finger add, strum from the 6th string down. Now, with this pivot finger, you're probably going to mute the 5th string under it, because I'm going to have you pick each string later individually. That's probably going to be muted. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Just strum it as if it is going to ring out. 6 down. Okay? So 4th down to 6. Okay? Then we're going to do an A variation with this pivot fingering. Okay? And with that, you're going to take your middle finger off that and place your index finger on the 1, 2, 3, 4th string, 2nd fret, okay? That ring finger still stays there. So we've gone from D sus2 to the G to the A. If you were coming from the D sus2 to the A, you would just lift that middle finger up. That index finger up 1 string. So it's basically like the D sus2 but we're going to be coming from the G. I want you to do it in this order because I'm trying to get you to get used to going on your strumming with your right hand, 4th string, 6th string, 5th string. Okay, so for that A, if your index finger is on the 4th string, 2nd fret, you're going to strum from the 5th down. That's your A note, that names it. So it's going to look like D sus2, 4th string down strumming. The G, 6th string down strumming, to the A, 5th string. I want you to see how accurate you can be. See, I was going to that A and I hit that top string. 4th, 6th, 5th. That's really all I want you to do with this practice. Get used to doing that. And when you think you've got it, don't discount it. Don't think it's so easy that this is boring, but don't get over. I want it to be easy enough that it's not overwhelming, because I can't tell you how important. You know, everybody's worried about their left hand when it comes to changing chords quickly. What they don't think about is that your right hand has to know where your left hand is going and which strings to strum. So you're doing some moving up and down with that. That is part of that muscle memory that you need to build. That's the fundamentals that will make you a better guitar player in the future, okay? So that is what I just want you to practice in that order, D to G to A. Just do 1 strums. If you want to do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Just to shake it up, but the main thing is I want you to land with that right hand where you're supposed to be landing, okay? Once you think you have that down, I want you to do the same thing. But instead of strumming, I want you to pluck each string that you're strumming for each chord. So on that D, you're going from the 4th string down. So I want you to go. And then on the G, 6, but like I said, you're probably going to mute that 5th, so skip the 5th. Now you're going to have to you're going to have to look at your right hand in the beginning, and that's fine. Eventually though, this is just going to come naturally, and you'll be able to do it without looking. So 4th down, 6th down, but skip the 5th. And then when you go to that A, you're starting from the 5th down, all of them. So in the beginning, we were just strumming. Now, one thing to watch out for is make sure that all these notes are ringing out when you do that. Even with the pivot fingerings, I made them easy. I gave you easy chords to use just for this reason. But even with the pivot fingerings, that 1st string, you might, if you're not domed out enough, you might mute it. You know, so if you got that going on, adjust. Get all those notes to ring out. And I know this might seem boring to you, but what I want you to do is, you know how you're in the shower and you come up with great ideas because you're not really thinking about taking a shower, you're just going through the motions. Kind of the same with mowing the yard. You know, you can come up, you start brainstorming, and it's almost relaxing, right? Because you're just doing the things manually, not thinking about it, and your mind just starts to go. This will happen with guitar as well. And when you can get to that point, that's how you sing and play at the same time. That's how you change chords quickly, because This is so automatic now, you don't have to think about it. And these are little steps to get you there. Because the fundamentals are everything, guys. In the next lesson, we're gonna go backwards. I want you to, go up, and then we're gonna practice with not using a pick. I want you to start being a little versatile, and if you don't have a pick, to give you some options of how you might want to play to find your version of great. If you want all the fundamentals laid out in a great way for maximum efficiency to shave years off your learning, I invite you to go to MyPOVGuitar.com, check out the beginner course. I spent a lot of time cutting away the fat and figuring out how to make this as fast as possible, because you still have to do the work, okay? There's no way around that. Anybody who tells you differently is lying to you. You still have to do the work, but it can be fun. I give you quick wins. You can play songs almost immediately with these lessons. Check it out at mypovguitar.com, but until then, I'll see you in the next lesson.